me. This is the seventh class of the series of classes called the Flower Play. And as you will know, this is to do with healing for us and especially our emotions with flowers, and especially the Australian bush flowers. Um, they have incredible power to assist us. And I was thinking earlier today, it's really important for us to start listening to the voice of nature, to start listening to the voice of the earth. And what reminded me of that was when I went to Machu Picchu in Peru for the first time. This is many years ago. I've been there so many times. I absolutely love that place. It feels like home to me. I was so aware of how nature speaks, in Peru and particularly in Machu Picchu. The whole way, the city was built. Maybe you've been there, or maybe you will go there, or you have been there in another lifetime. But it really amplifies the connection with nature. And it's like, we've forgotten to learn and to listen, to learn, to be aware of how the earth and nature speaks to us. Because it speaks to us in many different ways. It doesn't have a human voice, obviously. But there are so many ways that the earth is looking to reach us, to say, have a living relationship with me. It's not just an idea. It's not just a nice concept of, oh, I love the earth. It's about a living reality where she can truly support you. She can truly help you. And you can help her. And so, these classes are designed to help us to start to learn to listen to nature, to the earth, to flowers. Everyone has their own song. Everyone has their own melody. And as we're busy evolving, we're sharpening our hearing, our inner connection to the natural world. And that is such a blessing, because the natural world is already attuned to everything, where everything is easy and where there is abundance, where there is no human construct and thought patterns of lack, where we can truly be out of the old linear mind, and we can be truly harmonized to a much higher frequency and perspective, which is the mind's called the 1320 resonance, which is a harmonic, a multidimensional harmonic, that everything, the planets, the earth, nature, everything functions according to that, actually, even our bodies. But our bodies are forgotten because we've been so, hooked into our linear minds, which has been an experience that now is really coming to an end. Hallelujah. Sorry to say, but truly it's time for us to return to a life where it's easy and harmonious, and we're in the flow, and we receive the abundance, the abundance of what nature and the earth can offer us, and create abundance with her, and live a life that has true meaning and purpose, and where we can express ourselves, in our own uniqueness, which is why we're here, to do that and to be a contribution to the world, to our life, to everyone around us, and to have a desire for more. And, so often we're told that we shouldn't desire things, that it's being ungrateful. Not at all. The earth wants you to have everything. But, it's all harmonized. It's all in giving and receiving. And that's really, for me, the only law, for example, the Incas have is Munaki, which is giving and receiving. So when you give, you also receive. And when you receive, you always give. So there's always beautiful harmony and balance. And so, nothing is excessive. We've become so excessive in our thinking, in our being, and it's all based on this fear factor of lack, which is ironically a lie. And as we perpetuate that lie, we create it. as an illusion. And we think it's real, but it actually isn't. And when we have the courage and the heart to step out of that and to start to trust life, start to trust the earth, nature, and that all our needs are met, um, that's when a whole new world opens. It's a totally different timeline. So we've had this beautiful alignment, as we know, on the 20th of February. Yay, hallelujah. Oh, wonderful. It's the conjunction with Neptune and Saturn. And it truly is, these things work over long periods and it's very subtle. And we've been already attuning to it for a long time, actually. But it really is about opening up totally new possibilities. It's as if it's like a clock struck 12 and something has changed. And it's in the unseen, but it will become more and more tangible, the earth is saying, over time. And the main thing for you, I would say, and for me, is to be in the question and to say, how can I exponentialize and live my life to a greater and much more beautiful and empowered degree? What can I become aware of and what can I focus on? And this is what is so important, as we know, as we evolving. The mantra is what you focus on, you become aware of. So it's very important to know what you focus on, because that is what you're going to magnify and that is going to be your reality. And that takes choice. Hey, so as we know, Uranus is just now, which is really a strong influence for this new time, is just at the end of Taurus, and it's going to move into Gemini, which is very much about mental information. And so there's this already, the very fast pace and also this really strong flow of information that's just, it's vast. And it will increase because we're becoming more connected and multidimensional. But within that, it's really important to keep that navigation, that tool. It's like you're on a massive ocean. And how do you steer? It's your compass, and that is your inner compass. And that is the choices you make with your heart about what you're going to choose to focus on. And so, it's a level of mastery, because we can focus on something for a very short time and we're aware of it. And then you can just make the choice to focus on something else. And it's not denial, it's just pure choice. It's pure awareness. You're aware that it all exists and you're not in denial, but you actually say, this is what my heart says makes me feel happy. This is where I'm drawn to move into. But this is a true knowing. It's not the knowing of someone who's confused, who thinks that they know. This is where we are pure and aligned in ourselves. And, we're in this Pisces sun, and this is kind of the background of the class as well, is, the Pisces sun for me is very strong at the moment because it's governed by Neptune that's just moved into Aries. So Neptune is very strong and it's a Pisces sun. And, one of the qualities of Pisces is purification. So, and toxicity. And so you may have experienced it as well, and I'm very aware of it in my own life and also around me in the environment, how important it is for us to purify our thoughts, purify our emotions, purify our food, purify our environment, purify your home. There's a huge theme of witnessing and becoming aware of the toxicity that is and has been existing in our lives, in ourselves, in our world, and how we can, how important it is now to let that, to clear that, to address that. We've been addressing it, but it's really coming up on another level. So that, why? So that we can be a pure vessel, because the new needs to come in, and it is coming in with the 0-degree Aries conjunction that happened on the 20th of February. But the new cannot come in fully or as elegantly or as easily if we still clogged up with toxicity. So the earth is really asking you to step up in your awareness about where you can still address toxicity in you. And what I've become very aware of is I'm very aware of my emotions. I'm a Cancerian, so I mean, I have about 200 to 2,000 emotions a day, and I love it. But, I'm very aware of how I haven't really purified my thoughts and to notice how I waste energy on thoughts that really are not important, things that are really not that interesting, really allowing my energy to be drained, dissipated by maybe people. Like a friend was just saying to me earlier, about there's someone in her life and all they would talk about, and hey, maybe this is you and me, or have been, all they can talk about are other people, probably very critically or judgmentally, or, not with a great intention, maybe jealousy, whatever, or themselves, and that is not the greatest choice for us to focus on. But this has been part of being in this almost very toxicated toxicity of the collective mind that we've been in, where it's almost like we pull down into a really low frequency, a very low resonance, and we don't even realize it. So really pay attention and choose for you and have some boundaries, because that's also the Saturn thing at the 0 degree of Aries. It's very much about be responsible for yourself, be responsible for your energy. And, there may be people, situations, places which are toxic for you. And it's time for you to stop putting up with it. And it doesn't have to be unkind. You can just simply say, perhaps there's something else we can talk about. I don't find that very interesting. Or, hey, let's rather go for a walk. Whatever. Just start to choose for you, because this is part of the toxicity that is really affecting your energy. It's draining your energy. And when you don't have the energy, when it's drained, you feel muddled, you don't have energy to create, and you cannot be the best version of you, which is what this conjunction is all about. The conjunction is about, for me, it's about absolutely standing at the point of new creation, and you have an ability to create yourself as the spiritual being in a physical body that you truly are, and realizing the infinite capacities of that are awakening now in all of us. So yeah, so let's really use the opportunities. That's what I'm always going on about, and that's what I'm always looking out for myself is, what are the opportunities of the time? Because when, if you want to be really smart, know what information is important and helpful to you and use it, because there's divine timing in everything. If you time and you are aware of what is important to focus on, and this is why the astrology and so many things now that are so much more available to us, also on the internet, and so many different parts of our existence now as a civilization on this planet, we can make, we have connection, we have possibilities that we didn't have before. So use that, but you always have free will and you need to choose. And what are you choosing? So today in the Mayan calendar, the energy is that of yellow spectral warrior. So this is also about, the yellow warrior is about questioning everything. And I really know, and as you will be aware of, what we are experiencing now in terms of observing illusion and delusions and lies and things being hidden. This is all the Neptune lower frequency stuff. It's really, really important to start to question stuff that maybe you've taken for granted, but you kind of know, but you're not really listening to your instinct or your intuition. It's really time to become aware and self-responsible, and to question. And this is what Yellow Warrior does. And the tone is spectral, which is it's dissolving. It's dissolving all the limitation, all the delusions, illusions that do not serve us. And it brings liberation. So this is the time of liberation, to liberate ourselves from ourselves, our lower frequency mind, our conditioned self, our outdated habits, our lack of belief in ourselves, our lack of trust in life, our disconnection to the earth, our disconnection from listening to our true inner being, our heart, disregarding that, not valuing it, all of that. This is the time to be liberated, and we are. And isn't that amazing? Wonderful. Okay, so we're on the 7th class, and I'm very curious to see, against this background and also the energies of today, to see, what card we're going to draw today. So, and what is the contribution and the message for us today as we starting to integrate the new, the very new. And as we know, we're getting, Mercury is going retrograde, please Mercury, in a few days' time, I think the 26th. And things continue, but the big highlight, or the big, I suppose, next one is that we're going to have the equinox towards the end of March, and then in April we have a jam-packed, a really strong month again. So it's almost like February and March will have a little bit of a integration period, and then April also is once again immensely intense and evolutionary. So it's such a fantastic year that we're in. I hope you're loving it. Someone was saying it's so hard. It is hard, but it isn't. Hey, do you feel that? It's challenging, but at the same time, there's this feeling of movement. And this is this element of fire that's really helping us. The fire is the bridge. And we're in the fire horse year, as you know. So, I mean, this is, use your fire, step into fire, connect with the fire of your heart, and use that to get you through the tough stuff. Because there are tough stuff, it's a paradigm shift, and with that comes, the transformation of loss, etc. And we're getting better at that, and we reuniting with the earth. So really, these flower remedies and flowers are meant to help you to give you that comfort, because our bodies need comfort. We need to just be held sometimes, just not to actually do it all on our own, because we're not meant to, and we're not really on our own. We think we are, but actually we're part of this massive, massive oneness, and this energy field, and energy fields of infinite possibilities. So it's just an inner state that we've made real to feel separate, but it's not true. And we can change it in a moment. So let's do it. So let's see what card we've drawn. We'll draw. So I've got the flower essence for grief. Like I was saying, I'm using the grief essence with all the cards, because I just feel new beginnings also have the history of, which we're very much in at the moment, has the history of also endings. Something that we can bless, we know it's done, but still it's a loss. It's a human condition to feel the impact of that. So so if you want to do this with me, many blessings, all those that are watching me, and thank you for joining me, and those who are going to watch the replay. And let's create, hey? Yeah, do you feel it? This is the time to create. Come, we're doing this. This is the conjunction has happened, and new possibilities are absolutely available now. So let's step into that. And as we know, whenever we're doing and working with the earth, it's always done for the greatest good and to harm none. So it's in a complete safe space. and anything that doesn't allow us to receive the most from this class and from the flowers and whatever is occurring today and being gifted to us, anything that doesn't allow that, let's just cancel and delete all of that. Any programming, any mental constructs in the subconscious and unconscious. And so it is. Okay, so if you want to do this with me, so I'm like the surrogate or whatever, and you are receiving it in your field. As we know, we're all one. Technology is just revealing it for us, reminding us that we actually all together. So, okay, so I'm going to take just a drop of the grief essence and just put it on my left hand. So if you can just imagine or hold your left hand, or just participate with me in whichever way feels fun for you. Okay, and just rubbing it together and just greeting the body. Hello, body. Thank you, body. Love you, body. Beautiful hands. Thank you, hands. How wonderful are the hands? And just for a moment, the earth is saying, just feel yourself purifying your hands, these precious, precious hands. The hands that we take so much for granted, that are really holy and sacred. You know, the hand is often used in many, like in Egypt and Turkey and Greece. We have the hand that's protection. And in the mind, you have the blue hand, which is magic and healing, the healing that comes from hands, the artistic ability of magic that comes from the hands. So yeah, so let's just love our hands. And as you feel in your hands, maybe you can just do a few movements or just imagine it. Just imagine that you are dissipating any toxicity that you may have in your hands, in whichever way. It may be physically, emotionally, spiritually, mentally, anything. Anywhere those hands have suffered or the hands have in any way been harmed, this is bring some healing with the hands. And feel the energy between your hands. There's so many of these techniques that, you know, many of you may do healing like Reiki or whatever. You know, the energy that's generated, the chakras that are in the hand. Just feel the connection between the hands. And these are like also our left and right brain, and it brings balance and comfort. And as you're doing the hands, also become aware of your heart. It's at the heart level. Middle of the chest, which is where the heart chakra is, and the higher heart a little bit up from there. So there we go. Okay, great. So let's draw the card and we can see what is in store for us today. Okay, great. So I'm just going to quickly draw. So we're on the 7th class, so there are 20 cards in the pack. So we've already done, we're on the 7th one, so we've done 6. So there are 14 cards left that I'm busy using. So I just want to quickly clear them. So just in your mind or in your being, just go a little bit within as you're watching this. Whatever you're doing, wherever you are, and just start, you know, everything is about intention. So just hold the intention for your greatest good. What can you receive today? What is for your greatest good? And what is for the greatest good of the collective, which is what we're very much working with, and also, yeah, for this planet, for everyone on this planet. What can you give today? It's about you, but it's also about everyone else. There we go. Great. So let's see. Okay. So what is going to be revealed today? Oh, this is so interesting. Okay. Oh, I love these flowers. So I will also post it and I'll show you, but this is called the Electro Essence. Interesting, huh? Electro Essence remedy. And it is the bush fuchsia, And this is what the flowers look like. Look how beautiful they are. The bush fuchsia. They look like little bells. I'm sure some of you may know the fuchsia plant. This is the bush one. Okay. And the affirmation is called, I'm now in harmony and balance with all aspects of the environment. I'm now comfortable and in emotional balance with all forms of radiation. Isn't that interesting? Just going to read it again. I'm now in harmony and balance with all aspects of the environment. I'm now comfortable and in emotional balance with all forms of radiation. And this is called the electroessence. So there's also something to do, like I was talking about the toxicity, also the toxicity in our environment. And as we are aware, there's so much electromagnetic toxicity and pollution that occurs through our technology that, its technology is great. I love technology, and we're going with Uranus into this whole exploration of technology. But unfortunately, our technology at this time that's been supported has been about technology that have negative impact as well. It has some benefits, but it also has a downside. Now, as we go into the future, and it's already existing, but it hasn't been supported or been suppressed because of agendas and greed, etc., where we will have technology which is actually existing in other civilizations, star civilizations, where there is no downside. The technology and the benefits are so intelligent that there is no negative side effects. And, for us as a humanity, it almost seems unthinkable or impossible because we are so used to the old, very low frequency technology, which is not based on true intelligence. But very soon we will be starting to experience that. And as I say, it's already been coming in, and, people have been receiving this information, but it's as if it has to become supported by the collective, by all of us, on some energetic level even, to say, okay, we're ready to move into that frequency where there is no abuse of the technology or no harmful impact. So let's hold a space for that. But in the meantime, also, the fact of the matter is that our bodies are having, as we're going through, as the earth is evolving and her frequency is very, very elevated, we are actually going through just natural radiation much more. And we can notice that with the sun, the sun, solar phase, etc. That's huge radiation, and it's increasing. So our bodies are having to step up. Our bodies are having to adjust. And, so it's not as if, how should I say, we have to stay and stop things. Not at all. The body has the capacity, and this is what we have to remember and acknowledge, that it may be a latent capacity, but our body has the capacity to deal with everything. It's just our perception. When we raise our frequency, we're going to be able to, it will be fine. And that's why it's interesting, this card is talking about emotional balance with everything, because, if we have, there's a difference between awareness and judgment. So I can be aware that they are doing chemical trails in the sky, which is, unfortunately, I have to say, in Australia seems horrendous, but many other places. The chemtrails, let's not even go into why and what. I mean, it's just insane. There are harmful chemicals, and they're affecting nature, they're affecting our bodies. But so that's awareness, right? I'm not in denial of it. But when I have a huge emotional reaction, where I absolutely go into how bad and wrong it is, and I allow myself to be totally fixated on it, I use it almost as an excuse that I get sick. I mean, it requires a lot of mastery, but there is a level where we can actually acknowledge it all and be in awareness, but not go into judgment. Because once we are out of judgment, we can actually start to take action that is aligned, that is not perpetuating a polarity to that. So it's almost like if we rebel against something without really being in balance, we can still rebel, but it has to be in balance. If it's out of balance, we're just actually feeding it in some way. We're getting trapped in it. And we are going to be at the effect of it. We become victims to it. So anything that doesn't allow us to step out of that victim consciousness now, where we can actually deal with the toxicity and the electromagnetic, and what did they call it? Let's see, they call it all forms of radiation, natural and unnatural, that are actually impacting on us. Anything that doesn't allow us to be in emotional harmony with us now, so that we can actually outcreate it and make different choices and take informed and intelligent action. Anything that doesn't allow that, can we now discern, reclaim, and so it is. So anything that in us that still allows that to exist, can we destroy and create all of that, and so it is. Yeah, so truth, how is your body? How aware are you about how your body is being impacted by radiation, by electromagnetic pollution? And what can you do about it? There's also the practical thing of Saturn saying, yeah, be responsible, don't be in denial, work on all these levels, make sure that you don't go into emotional imbalance around it, but also take some action. What practical things can you do? Can you switch off your phone at night? I mean, one of the best things I've heard or been reminded is that when you wake up, please don't look at your phone the first thing that you do. Have your phone away from your bed. Just take a few minutes to really connect with yourself, or with the day, or the sun, or whatever is happening. Maybe you don't see the sun, it's in the northern hemisphere, but whatever is going on. But take a few minutes. When you wake up, that time is the most spiritual opportunity you have to set your intention and your day. And if the first thing is that you're going to reach out for your phone, you are going to bring in all the stress and worry of what that phone actually holds, of the messages, or what you still have to do, or whatever. So it's just something very simple. Just get yourself out of that habit, or create. What can you create where you are no longer at the effect of all these things, and you are aware, and you are caring, and you're looking after your body? So wonderful. So let's go into a meditation, and let's connect with this beautiful flower that's there. Isn't it amazing? Hey, you don't need a fancy device. You just need some flowers. Everything goes back to nature, and we think that nature is, blah, blah. Nice to have, but not really. No, nature is essential. Nature is our survival. Nature is our true salvation. No person, no system, nothing is our salvation. We are our salvation, but nature is there to assist us. Nature is part of us. So yeah, so let's connect with, so if you want to maybe just have a quick look again at these beautiful flowers. I mean, it looks, how can beauty like this be so effective with something like, pollution, electromagnetic pollution? Wow, isn't that interesting? Yeah. Okay, so let's do a short meditation alignment and see how we can bring that energy and connect with that flower to assist our bodies and to assist our emotional well-being, so that we can, live in balance and also be a contribution and assist the earth. Okay, so if you want to sit up or lie down, whatever you are most comfortable with. And just to say once again that we're doing this with the intention of the greatest good. And I just want to speak to your body and say, body, thank you, body. We love you, body. Body, you are part of the earth. And we love you, body, and we love you, Mother Earth. And let's just take a few nice breaths. Maybe you want to close your eyes if you haven't yet, or whatever works for you. If you're driving, please don't. So let's breathe in for 4 and breathe out for 8. And just relax. You know, there's so much going on in your life, I'm sure, your world, the world, all of it. Let's just be really present with ourselves and with life and our bodies and the earth. So let's breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathe in again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One last time. Breathing in. Imagine just relaxing your body as you're breathing in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now just imagine that once again you take your hand, or you just take your attention to your heart, the chest area, your heart chakra, the higher heart chakra as well, which is the top. And just for a few moments, see if you can feel your heartbeat, the earth is saying. You know, this beautiful heart that is always beating. You don't have to remind it to do that. It is so constant. It's always doing its best. It's always there to support you. And some of you may know that the fire horse, the horse in the Chinese astrology, is actually connected to the organ of the heart. So we've actually just stepped into the fire horse, which is the heart. So let's feel a strengthening of the heart. Maybe you can imagine the most beautiful soft fire, illuminating soft fire. So let's bring in and connect with this beautiful energy of fire. Maybe you can imagine the most beautiful campfire, or think of a situation where you had a beautiful fire, and this fire was so benign. It wasn't threatening, it wasn't damaging. This was the fire of inspiration, a fire of comfort, warmth, a fire of connection. It's such a beautiful thing when the people together and there's a fire. It creates a feeling of connection. And the fire is the bridge. So let's imagine the bridge between the spiritual, your spiritual self, that part of you that you cannot define, that's in the unseen. And that the fire is creating this bridge with this beautiful spiritual aspect of you, unseen part of you, and your body. This is beautiful harmony between spirit and between body, and that it's functioning as one. Just take a few nice deep breaths, and as you're taking the breaths, just imagine in your own time that you're expanding your heart, and consciously expand the fire in the heart. Maybe you can imagine it as beautiful flames. Maybe you can imagine it like a beautiful radiating fiery sun that's shining out and radiating out. See if you can see a color. I'm seeing a golden yellow, maybe a bit of red and orange, you know, like the fire. The fire has different colors. Beautiful. So let's connect with these salamanders So these are the elemental energies of the fire. And notice them, I can see them. Just notice what you are experiencing. But they are dancing, like the flames dance, the salamanders in the fire are dancing. Just feel that sense of movement. And the earth is saying, bring that sense of movement into your heart. Sense of play. Your heart is dancing. It's moving. Just like the flames move and shift and awaken. Yes, it's awakening. Can you feel the awakening? It's awakening. Your heart is awakening. The world is awakening. You are awakening. Your body is awakening. Your spirit is awakening. And so it is. So feel that beautiful, feel the dancing. Your heart is starting to dance. It's strong. It's fiery. It can take action. It is taking action already. It's doing it. And feel that sense of aliveness. How alive you feel. And bring this energy into your whole body. How alive your body feels. Maybe you can visualize it as all the cells in your body starting to almost catching light. When a city has had a blackout and suddenly the lights go on. And maybe you can imagine that the lights go on in different areas of your body. It's like the lights are being switched on. Feel that light being switched on. Different parts of your body, they're starting to radiate, and every cell of your body is starting to be so alive, so vibrant, so blessed by this fire. And now you imagine that you're hearing the most beautiful sound, and see which ear, or maybe it's both your ears, just notice. I'm feeling it a lot or hearing it a lot in my right ear. But see which one works for you, or maybe it's both, how you're experiencing it, because you are unique. You are going to have your experience, which is absolutely amazing. And you're starting to hear and become aware of a melody, a sound. And in yourself you say, and you affirm, and you declare. And you say, I'm ready to listen to the voice of nature. I'm ready. Now is the time. Now is the time. Now is the time. And it's as if you can hear the sound is getting louder. But it's a beautiful sound. But you're starting to become more connected. It's almost like it's more acute. You're resonating, you're attuning to it. You're getting more awareness with the sound. And if you don't hear the sound, that's absolutely fine, because this is on other celestial levels, right? So some of you may hear it. If you're clairaudient, if you're not clairaudient, it doesn't matter. It's not about that at all. It's about just your intention. Or just imagine it, so-called imagine it. And the sound is getting closer and closer, and it's almost like it's coming towards you. There's something coming towards you, and you become aware that this is actually the flower, because now you're starting to smell it. You heard the sound, the voice of the flower, but you're now starting to smell the fragrance. And this is maybe what your body is more used to or aware of with flowers. But help your body to realize that when you're interacting with flowers or with nature, with a tree, you can connect with it through your smell, the sense of smell, but you can also connect with it through a sound, because it has its own voice, literally. It's a frequency, and all frequencies are sound. Brilliant. So let's just connect, strengthen, and receive, because this flower is bringing you the most beautiful message. This flower is telling you that everything is going to be okay. And this flower is telling you that you are strong, body, you are strong, and that you don't need to be negatively impacted by pollution, by toxicity, and that you are able to step up and through your awareness and choice and the assistance of this flower and nature to be able to harmonize and stay in balance with it. So just really allow yourself to receive this flower now. It's coming in more. It's beyond just hearing and smelling. Maybe you can imagine there's a whole beautiful energy, and perhaps you see it as a color. This most beautiful color, this like pink, red, and white colors. However you see it, just imagine that it's like a color that's coming through you, coming through your body, and it's filling every cell of your body. It's the water. The water's being harmonized. It's being programmed. It's being informed by the frequency, the resonance of this flower and this essence. And you are receiving its support, its benefit, its healing. And perhaps you can feel it. It's actually healing, also part of the maybe imbalances that exist already in your body, where your body is taking strain, where it's not easy for your body. Just imagine, it's very easy. All you need to do is be open to it and receive. Just imagine yourself being an open, clear vessel, and that this energy can come in. And the earth and the flower is sending this to you. And you're starting to receive it more and feel it flowing. Feel this energy in your body flowing more and more. And it's harmonizing. And feel the movement, and maybe you can even feel your body starting to move. Or if you don't move, try and see if you can move a bit more. And it's flowing and moving through your body. And it's radiating. It's radiating a frequency of balance, of harmony, of connection, of being grounded and connected to the earth. Because when we're connected to the earth, we are so much more easily able to flow with everything. You know, it's like we are in sync. And so nothing can really disturb us because we are connected. We have an anchor. So feel yourself really anchored, and I'm feeling the energy of this flower and this color moving down. So let it move down the lower part of your body, and now feel it going into the earth. And now imagine that you have roots going from the feet down into the earth, like a beautiful tree, and now you're anchoring it. And this flower is helping you to anchor it. And you're anchoring this energy, not just for you, but also for your environment, for everyone around you. They're going to get the benefit of this. You know, it's like we are a homeopathic pill. We can actually affect the greater whole. It's a hologram. So feel like you are this beautiful natural medicine that can harmonize. And once you do it, it's so much easier for others to do it. And feel it going into the earth. And the earth is so grateful to you because you're really magnifying and balancing the earth. Because she also feels imbalanced when we are imbalanced. Hello, Leonardo. My cat. Okay, so let's just do it. It's almost like it's flowing. And how does it experience for you? What's your experience? How does it feel for you? Be creative. Receive. Be interested, be intrigued. Have your own experience. This is what life is about, hey? We all have different experiences. It's the same energy, but we're actually working with it differently. It affects us differently. It helps us differently. Great, okay. So let's bring it back to the heart. And let's just take a few really nice conscious breaths. So breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4. 4, just feeling yourself really grounded. Maybe you can imagine now that you are this plant. This is like a beautiful bush, full of flowers, or however you want to visualize it. And you ground it and you secure and feel your body really grounded and balanced and connected and anchored in the earth. So breathe in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. One last time, breathing in, 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathing out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And just allow your breath to come back to its natural rhythm at this time, whatever that is. And perhaps you can just stroke the top of your chest a little bit, where your heart is, the heart area, the heart chakra. Just feel that sense of comfort. This area is also, as you will know, at the top is the thymus. And the thymus gland is very affected by the fear frequency, technology, different lower frequencies of technology. So let's send love to the thymus gland for a few moments. Just imagine your thymus gland being really active and strong, revived. Maybe you can send the flower energy into that. The electro essence, it's called. Just send support and gratitude. And now let's send love and gratitude for the blessings we have received and is still on its way. More and more blessings from this plant, from the earth, from all of life. Just feeling the gratitude for what we have received. We will be receiving still, always receiving. Feel your connection to Mother Earth. We love you, Mother. We respect you, Mother. We look after you, Mother, as you look after us. And so it is. So with many blessings to everyone, thank you for those who have joined me. Love you so much. Hey, thank you for showing up and being part of my life and being in this world. You are precious beyond. Let's remember that. So until I see you again, I trust next week. Let's thrive, let's create. Let's be the greatest version of us we truly can be. And so it is.